Back with us in the next hour. So let's start by taking a quick look at our news diary and some of the stories that SABC News will be tracking today. But before we get to that, let's quickly look at our question of the day.
All right, here's the question. So this was a decision that's been taken from the by the Basic Education Department, basically saying that there will be no common examinations now for grade 10 and 11. And this, of course, is due to COVID-19 disruptions. So each separate school will have to sort of do some form of a test or whatever it may be to see if the learner can progress to the next grade. So what are your views on this? What do you think of this decision? That's what we're asking you, and we'd love to hear from you at Morning Live SABC. That's where you can get hold of us this morning.
All right, here's some of the news stories in the diary. Eastern Cape Health MEC Sindiswa Gomba will appear before the Special Tribunal of South Africa today. And this, of course, over allegations of irregularities in the procurement of controversial scooters worth 10 million rand.
The National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa and the Cabin Crew Association say they will picket outside of the SAA headquarters in Johannesburg today. And this is, of course, to demand that funding be made available for the airline.
And also, countries have until the end of today to join the World Health Organization's so-called COVAX facility. And it's a program that is aimed at boosting development of vaccines to combat the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right, let's take a look and see if we can bring you the respective numbers that we've got here for the provincial breakdown. So the Eastern
Cape,
80
starting. Yeah, I think I have a better visual than you on that.
They've pulled the camera closer, so now my eyes are good. 87,776 is the Eastern Cape. The Free State, 43,041. Gauteng, 216,341. KwaZulu-Natal, 117,147. Limpopo, 14,444. There's Mpumalanga, 26,104. The Northwest, 27,721. The Northern Cape, 14,003. And the Western Cape, 100 and I think that's 8,995. So tests conducted to date just below 4 million. We're still sitting there at 3.83 million.
Right, moving along to those trending topics. First up, hashtag free Andile Lungisa. Now, the former Nelson Mandela Bay councillor for the African National Congress. He, of course, started his prison term yesterday. So he was convicted to 2 years imprisonment after a brawl in the Nelson Mandela Bay Council a few years ago, where he assaulted DA councillor Reino Kaiser, hit him over the head with a glass jug, and was subsequently convicted for that. Now, many have come out in support of Andile Lungisa and have said, but this is perhaps too harsh a sentence. And so it's been characterized, at least on Twitter, by those who support Andile Lungisa as a persecution as opposed to a prosecution. And they're saying, essentially, this is politically motivated, the sentence that was handed down to Andile Lungisa. And some of the things people are saying is that they're comparing this sentence for this assault to some other incidents where people have committed maybe murder and were let off with a fine. But there are those visuals, of course. That was the incident that led to the charges and the conviction that Andile Lungisa is still challenging, by the way, looking to take that matter all the way up to the Constitutional Court, the issue of the sentence.
And also that, I don't know if you mentioned it, that whole petition, million signatures that they're looking for to free Andile Lungisa. So that's a massive talking point on social media. Then South African citizens, I've been reading this one, and again, I think this all falls under, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Sakina, it's the whole put South Africans first, and I can see a lot of people talking out against this and saying, one tweet coming saying there's a well-oiled campaign that seeks to paint South African citizens as barbarians for raising legitimate questions. Our media is part and parcel of this. It's crazy. Then there's another one. hashtag put South Africans first. South African citizens live in constant fear of being robbed, killed, kidnapped by illegal immigrants who cannot be traced. We will be killed and our killers will not be found. So it's again this big focus on South African citizens and putting the South African citizens first.
Yep. So the final one, it's a Friday. What would a Friday be without hashtag Futsek ANC?
Yeah.
So this one comes up every Friday. And in case you still don't know where it originated, it was after that PPE scandal, that story broke. And I think the Friday after that, the ANC tried to rally and they came out, on social media trying to put the ANC up there. And this was an instantaneous response to the ANC's hashtag that went Futsek ANC. And every Friday now, they have decided they're going to get in there before the ANC and put out the message, Futsek ANC.
Well, listen, it's even gone a step further. It's now, I'm seeing it number 4 on the trends list, that it's called Futsek ANC Friday. So they've now even stolen Friday and put it a part of it. Anyway, all right, there we go. Those are your trending topics. Let's get to headlines.